Hey, everybody, look, we're here. It's me and D-Man.
Hey.
Oh, you want to know something crazy?
The guest is here.
Oh, wow. It's like, holy crap. Okay, I know you guys may not recognize this guy. It's been such a long time since you've seen him, but here he is. Hey!
Hey, y'all.
It's this guy. Look, his hair is different. He's got like a lot of hair over there. And he's actually grown in some beard. It's nuts.
And the
Not
ladies
his
were
nuts.
loving it last night, dude. They're like, ah. It's like, oh. You know.
What, the pubes?
Yep. You're just
Why
barely
does it-
thicker than mine. Come on.
That's because I just shaved. Why does it look like you're on fire over there?
Because I am. I'm behind the sun because it's 4 degrees here in Chicago.
I don't know
looks
how
like
it's
you're.
cooler there than Michigan. That's crazy.
It's actually quite odd that it's warmer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dude, it's nuts. It's like 40 degrees here.
I was just telling Logan, I'm like, dude, Nick, we'd be outside in our t-shirts if it was 40
I would
right
be in
now.
my t-shirts. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'd be like, wow, this is great.
It's like spring.
So before we get the podcast started, I'm going to say I just got back from Walmart with my wife, and I decided to, well, it was cold. I was wearing 3 layers. I was wearing a long sleeve t-shirt, a hoodie, and a leather jacket, and it was still cold.
40 degrees, it was cold.
Yes, it was. We're not ready for this. We are not ready for this.
Okay.
You know, in Florida, when I lived in South Florida, by the way, Miami is the hottest place in the country right now. It didn't break 65 degrees today.
I'm jealous.
I'm not. So we're not ready for this.
I'm jealous.
I have enough cold clothes and undershirts and stuff like that to layer for maybe a week or 2 weeks, not 2 months. And like we went searching for clothes to get long sleeve shirts and stuff like that to layer. You can't find it anywhere. Like they're all sold out. It's all small or 3XL. I'm like, dang.
We have an indoor fireplace in our living room, and in my parents' room they have a gas fireplace, and then in the basement we have another gas heater thing that heats like the basement. So
You got gas basically.
I always have
two
gas.
of them, but we have a real fireplace in the living room which we've been using.
Okay. So with that being said, we're glad to know that D-Man's gassy. Nick is late, and I'm apparently in a sauna compared to these guys.
Yes.
So, hey everybody, how you doing? Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Yes, it is our second podcast of the year, which means it's Nick's first. And
First
he's
of the
back.
year, baby.
Yep.
It's not the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. You know that, Nick.
It's the first of the month. Good.
Thank you.
Good.
Oh, look, copyright claim. Great. No.
Ha!
That would be hilarious.
It would.
So tonight we're on a one topic show tonight because I don't know if you guys have paid attention to gaming news.
Nope, never.
A little thing got announced called the Switch 2.
It may
And
or may
boy
not
were
have
we
gotten
wrong. You guys realize we were wrong about everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, I just felt like the Switch 2 was too easy for it to be called Switch 2.
Right.
But
Let's
still makes
hold
sense.
on to that. Let's hold on to that because we got to do our intros and everything first. But hold on to all that because we're going to get into it. I've got a couple of articles from Nintendo Life, and then I also want to address some things that if you guys didn't watch the latest episode, well, not the latest episode, but Friday's episode of Side Scrollers, they presented a few questions to me, and I'm going to present them to D-Man and Nick as well about what they think and why I think the way I think, and I want to know what they think. But first, we're going to do like what we always do. What have you guys been playing this last week?
Marvel
D-Man, go ahead.
Rivals. I'm cutting the line.
Okay,
Marvel
fine.
Rivals.
Nick, you go first.
Marvel Rivals is good.
What character?
I just been rocking Punisher, but I'm ready to start switching another one.
That's who I play.
He's good.
Punisher and Wolverine.
He's the easy. Punisher's the easiest one to play as, and you kind of just fall back a bit and just aim train, dude. It's great.
Dude,
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I knock people out of the air and they hate it.
Yeah.
They hate it. I'm not one of those that shoots people on the ground unless they're coming at me, and then I set up the turret. But otherwise, I'm like.
I mean, if there's Storm is up there, or
Magneto,
Iron Man,
yeah.
all of them. If they're up there hanging out, you gotta take them down. They're the first to go.
I'm trying to get the hang of using Captain America, but Wolverine is the second one, and he's a little interesting to use. But Punisher is definitely a good starter character, and if I'm not mistaken, he's A tier. He would be considered A tier.
I'm not
Not
sure.
S, but A. I think he's A tier.
He's pretty
So
crucial for a DPS character, I think. So.
Yeah. Is that the only thing you've been playing?
Yeah, that's basically the only thing. I had friends over, Ninja Turtles and my friend Interlace. On Saturday, we played some Mario Party, which is great. Playing some old school Nintendo 64 games and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. What about you, D-Man?
I played a little bit more Okami, played a tad bit of Animal Crossing, and of course Marvel Rivals as well. I actually was playing with my boss and coworker a couple nights ago on the weekend, and he was Thor and I was Mantis, and just following him, healing the whole time, and it was a really good strat.
Cool.
It was a really good strat.
You
We
have
won
to.
quite a few.
Yeah,
of them.
especially
I hear
with
that's
tanks,
popular.
man. With tanks, dude, have a healer right there. It's
Yeah, because for a while I was just using Star Lord or Iron Man because I really like playing those two. But then I
Yeah,
switched.
I hear
decided to go
Star
healer.
Lord's S tier.
Is he?
he might be the next character I work on.
He's fun.
Right.
But the Mantis strat following your tank is like it works really well.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, D-Man.
Yep.
Where-
Two beards. Where's the beard?
I'm the one in the middle. I'm the one in the middle.
You're like the Oreo cookie.
Yes.
You're the Oreo cream filling.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. So, with that out of the way, well, no, I haven't said what I've been playing. Believe it or not, I haven't been playing any new games this last week. I've actually been playing my Polymega, and I beat RoboCop 3 on the Genesis. I was playing Captain America and the Avengers for Super NES and Genesis.
Nice.
And then I went back and beat Shredder's Revenge with Mondo Gecko. And then my wife and I played, what is it called? What's the game called? I should just yell. What is it? With crap. What is that game called? Hold on.
I will say I did play like the first or second mission of the new RoboCop game. Not new, but awesome game. It's awesome.
Dark Knights with Poe and Monroe.
Okay.
It's one of those. Remember those type of games on the Sega Saturn, Sega CD, where it's FMV games where you make a choice, it plays through. So it's one of those because my wife loves those. Is Dave here? He should be drunk by now. But it's one of those because my wife loves those. So we play them together. If they don't have a 2-player option, we go by the chapters and we switch controllers. We just go back and forth. That was an interesting game. I'm not a big fan of it compared to some of the other ones. Like if you've ever played any of the games by Wells Interactive, they're a really good one. But yeah, that's about it. That's what I've been playing. Nothing new. I did get Dynasty Warriors Origins and Tales of Grace's remastered. So got that. Haven't started playing it yet, but that's about it. Do you guys want to say anything, promote anything about yourselves before we get into the nitty gritty?
I'm
Is there anything
working.
you have to?
I'm working on a name change for the channel. Not a complete name change. I'm trying. It's going to be Click to something like Click to Game is taken. The thing is I really feel that I'll still be Click to Enlarge always, my handle and everything, but the channel name is going to be a slight rebranding, and I just have to find something that's going to work and not throw too many people off. So I'm in the process of that.
I never liked my name. I just kept it.
I still like Nick the Click. Because I read that stupid thing by Nate the Hate, and I was like, Nick the Click, and that was just the joke. I'm not even a fan of Red Bandana Gaming. I created
I think it's
it.
fine.
I created it back in the day because it was my YouTube off of Raphael, of course. Is it this side? Yeah, you see Raphael.
That looks so cozy, man. I want one.
It is. It is. My wife got it for me for Christmas.
You know,
Dave,
what?
are you drunk yet? Okay, no.
I think I have one.
Oh, if you do, you got to go get one. So, crap. What was I saying?
Shoot, what were you saying?
Wow, Nick just went. He threw me off. Oh, the origin of my name.
Oh yeah.
So apparently, I didn't realize that it was a gang thing, and I was like, crap. And then there was also a college football thing called Red Bandana. I was like, what? And then my initials RBG is some dead far lefty lady who used to be in the Supreme Court, and I'm like, really? So, but now I own it. So screw everybody else. So it's Red is Raph.
Yeah. Raph's my
remember.
favorite too. So
Red
Ralph?
is right. Shut up,
Ralph?
Ralphie, you'll shoot your eye out. Please tell me he's going to wear something really crazy. Is that a bathrobe?
Yeah, a girlfriend of mine got it for me.
Which one? You know, I have one like that, but here, there we go. I have one like that, but it's a zip-up hoodie.
I want to get
it's
the
Raph.
I
Leo.
really want to get like one of those like the Umbreon like pajama outfit, like the Pokemon ones.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get married, do you? That's something if your wife buys it for you or your girlfriend buys it for you, you're okay. Like this, I can wear this and just look like a complete ridiculous fool.
Dude, now I'm
because
nice and cozy,
my wife
bro.
bought it for me.
I'm nice and this is great.
Isn't it? All right. We people are gonna be like, these guys are stupid. Look what they're talking about. I'm leaving. And okay, so
Nice to meet you, King Alien.
hey, King Alien, thank you for joining us. That is awesome. You already win the chat for tonight because Shadow is one of the unofficial mascots of my channel
Overrated.
because he's red and black.
No. All right, canceled. Nick is canceled.
What did Nick do?
He said Shadow's overrated.
You're overrated. Hey, look, it's just us again. Hey,
Yeah.
where's Gabe? You okay there, Nick?
Yeah,
Look
okay.
like you got a little crying. Gonna squirt some?
All right.
like that.
All right.
You're a colorful bunch. Literally, look at us. So, all right, let's get into this topic before we just start rambling. Let's save all the rambling for the side quest at the end. Now, I want to get a little information out of the two of you about your opinions on the Switch 2 before we go any further.
I'm sorry, the latest comment.
What does it say? Nick just wow.
Click to cancel.
You're canceled. No, it just doesn't have the same ring.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's start with you, Nick, because you've been somewhere in the atmosphere for the last I don't know how long
Month.
For a while.
or so. What do you think about the Switch 2? Just give me 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes and just give us your general thoughts.
Well, I'm not surprised by the design. I think they added a bunch of very necessary things, right? You could tell from the new design. We got a bigger screen. We got a better little stand, instead of that flimsy little thing that's on there. As far as horsepower, what are we talking? PlayStation 4-esque power?
Well, some leaks are saying Xbox Series S or Steam Deck plus or minus kind of thing.
Oof, that's not good if it's Steam Deck little plus. It needs to be way more than this.
Supposedly it's Steam Deck with a better CPU and more capable DLSS, but with a slight weaker GPU, which is closer to the Series S. So,
Well, we get the larger. What are they going to be called? Joy-Con 2s? You know, I'm assuming.
Yeah, everything's going to be a 2. I'm assuming.
So, with that being said, I was like, it literally looks like a design that you could already buy for, like, they
Legion
have, what is it called?
The Legion Go, the Lenovo Legion Go.
Yeah, it's but to be fair, I think a lot of these other little handhelds really piggybacked off of Nintendo's design.
Right.
It's a great design. You're not reinventing the wheel here. You're just cleaning it up and making, the people I saw were already pointing out a flaw within the Joy-Cons where it has that type of.
Some people are thinking that that's the weak spot.
Yeah.
It's just an assumption now. We don't know what it's made of, if it's metal, how it's durable, how we don't know anything yet. So a lot of people are saying don't jump the gun, but yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's fair too. You really can't, jump the gun on that. And of course, people are always going to critique and have opinions that really don't ever matter, anyways. So, I mean, I was joking to my friends when we watched the trailer. Mario Kart with 24 players, great. But unfortunately, I'm like, the game looks like a mobile game, dude.
I don't think that's going to be the way it looks, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Me too.
We'll talk
I have
about Mario
high
Kart.
hopes because Mario Kart 8 looks great, as is. So, it's going to be a day one for me.
Of course.
But price speculations, do we want to get into that? My opinion on that?
Let's get into that in a bit because I have an article that talks about that.
Let's bring it up.
Let's not. Yeah. Well, I want to get D-Man's opinion first before we pull up the articles and get a little more into the nitty gritty, because I know D-Man, we did discuss a lot of this last week with Gabe Punisher 305, and we were all way off. So tell me what you think now that we've all seen that trailer and got.
First off, we didn't think that it would be called Switch 2, even though there was so many leaks and stuff. We didn't think it was going to be revealed on Thursday, or I think it was. Yeah, we didn't think it was going to be revealed. So nice that the leaks were right there, I guess. But first of all, I'd like to say the trailer, I think they slapped it kind of together because of the leaks and things. I feel like it wasn't ready to be revealed until probably next month. Realistically speaking, I don't think that's the trailer they intended for, but the leaks were getting so horrible that they just kind of had to do something. Showing Mario Kart is smart. That was probably the smartest thing, because it's going to sell a lot better with Mario Kart at launch. I don't know why I was thinking, 3D Mario at launch instead of Mario Kart, or one or the other.
You're not the only one who thinks that.
Maybe we'll get both, but Mario Kart at launch makes the most sense because of the sales of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, it's going to sell the console way more. I'm definitely, when pre-orders go up, going to go to GameStop and try to get a pre-order so I can get a midnight launch. If
any of the GameStops are left.
I have one. One.
They closed down the one near me.
Ooh.
There's only one left in my area.
Yeah, there's only one.
Yeah.
For me as well. But I mean, the Joy-Cons being like kind of magnetic makes sense. Them being bigger and everything. I like the size of it. I'm a little disappointed that the whole look, even of the dock and everything, I'd say it was leaked like at least a month in advance. That design entirely was leaked a while ago. So that's kind of disappointing that we've already seen that design before it was even revealed.
Right.
I mean, but
True. We did.
I think when it comes to like the games, physical games, the 2 is going to have to be kind of big on the logo or something to not confuse people. But I don't know. We'll see what the cases of the games look like. I mean, they might look a little bit different. So.
Okay. So before we get into the articles, I'm going to do a little bit on each of yours. I posted a link to my video about the Switch 2 and my reaction, and I said Wii U vibes. So again, going back to, if you guys saw Friday's episode of Side Scrollers, we were talking about it. I gave my entire opinion, and I talked to Craig and the others about it, and they saw where I was coming. I saw where they were coming. But honestly, I still think it could be a massive, I could say, marketing confusion. if Nintendo doesn't, like you were saying, D-Man, they need to change the cartridges and change the cases. Because if they look the same, we're going to have that retail issue. If you guys have ever worked retail, this is where I'm coming from. Working at GameStop and Best Buy back in the day, people would come in and say, all right, I want this game. I have a Wii. And we go, do you have a Wii U? No. What's it? I have a Wii. I want this game. That's a Wii U game. Yeah, I have a Wii. And people would get so confused. No, that's a Wii U. But it still says Wii. Why won't it play? Or people bought a Wii U game. What's wrong with the game? Doesn't work. It doesn't play. Do you have a Wii U? I have a Wii. What color do you have? What does it look like? Oh, and that's the issue. It made so many people angry and upset. So Nintendo really needs to focus on if the console needs to have its own identity in order to stop that, I guess you could say, retail or marketplace confusion, to keep it from happening. I say the cartridges or the boxes need to be red. Maybe the cartridges need the boxes need to be smaller.
And even if the cartridges are the same, you can't really see them if you're buying physical games anyway until you open them. So that's not too big of a.
But you don't want to get them confused if you have a Switch 1 and you're saying, oh, here, you can play my copy of Mario Kart 9, and you give it to your little cousin who have a Switch Lite, and it's like, why is this not working?
No, it should have
it
should have exactly what the 3DS has. It should have exactly that, like you said.
Right. We did talk about the little nubbins off the side or something like that. Or I think a simple cartridge color change with a little nubbin off the side might just do the trick. And then make the boxes smaller, or make them like a hybrid between the DS and the Switch, and I think you got yourself a home run. People won't get it confused. Now, one thing I want to say about yours, Nick, you were talking about power, right? So we know the power is going to be much more powerful than the Switch, right? And people right now are just speculating about what the horsepower is going to be. What do you think about the size?
I think it basically, I should actually compare to my Steam Deck.
Isn't the Steam Deck about an 8-inch screen? My Asus ROG Ally is.
Yeah.
Think about a kid holding one of those.
I don't care about the kids.
See, that's the problem. This is a Nintendo product, so it's a family market. And one thing that Craig brought up, which I thought was pretty interesting, he's like, his kid has an iPad. All kids carry iPads, but they're much lighter than the controls are in different spots. That's just my issue. I honestly don't care, but I'm coming at it.
You got tiny hands? You're a tiny hand man?
No, not me.
So the Switch 2,
big hands.
So the Switch 2, it says is about 4.5 inches tall and 10.7 inches wide. The Steam Deck is 4.6 inches tall and 11.7 inches wide.
Okay, so it's a bit smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. I still think they're going to come out with a Switch Lite too, a Switch 2 Lite.
Of course,
100%. Not at launch, but they 100% will. Absolutely, they'll do a Lite. They'll do.
We had 2 years in.
They can't do no OLED thingy, of course, because it's the how it is designed.
That'll be later.
100% there'll be some kind of light in some kind of way. Will it be the same size? No. I think it'll be like the regular Switch size, because the light is smaller than the regular Switch. I think the light of the Switch 2 will be like the size of a regular Switch.
Okay. Now, one thing is that I saw, you know how we were just talking about the sides having that little piece and they go in magnetically? So apparently that's the reason why there's no OLED screen. Because you need a larger frame. You need a larger bezel for that to go in. Because if you look, the bezel pretty much covers where the Joy-Con goes in, right? So that's the issue why the bezels on the side are so large. So apparently that's why there's no OLED. I think it's a cheap reasoning from some people, but hey. Now, one thing I want to pull up is the price. Do you want to get to... I have 2 articles, one saying everything we know about the console, and another one saying... Let's do this before we talk about the price, because I think this is probably the best one. Let me share my screen. Hold up. Okay. And put this up here. All right. So this, like I said, comes from Nintendo Life. It says everything we know about the new Nintendo console, a complete guide to the Switch 2, official rumors, leak, history, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to run down here, and it just says, we know it's coming out in 2025. I believe it's between either June or November. What do you guys think?
I'm rooting for the sooner the better.
June.
Okay.
June. I would say if anything June. Summer release, man.
I'm only
And
saying
the-
June because I'm going by the Switch 1 and how it was revealed in October. They had a direct for it in January and it released in March. So I'm just going to roll with going by that.
The end of June, I think, is very smart. One, because you know how they announced that thing where they're doing the tour across the country? The last one is like the week before the third week of June. So seeing it the last week of June might be pretty smart. So let's keep going. It says the new console is larger than the older model, a bigger screen with new Joy-Con controllers, new Joy-Con attached magnetically, and include a new button and mouse-like optical sensors. What do you guys think about that?
They're gonna make some kind of like 1-2 switch game that the mouse type of thing is included with a lot of like weird funky games. And that's gonna be their new gimmick.
Yeah. Smart. Yeah, I agree with him. I won't be using it.
So let me just say, John, we're going to, different John, we're going to touch on backwards compatibility in a minute. So next one is Switch 2 will be backwards compatible with current Switch games with some exceptions. What do you think these exceptions will be, guys?
The what's it called? Shoot, I'm losing it. The
Labo?
Yeah, Labo. Yeah, that thing 100% that won't work with it. And maybe Ring Fit, I would say, depending on if because the Joy-Con.
The gimmicky stuff, that's what a lot of people are saying.
Basically,
the gimmicky ones.
Yeah.
I'm glad backwards compatibility. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing. I was talking with one of the guys at my local game store. Really knowledgeable dude. Like him quite a bit. Awesome dude. And he was saying, we were talking about this. The Nintendo Switch games that are going to come out this year are going to be, both of us agree on this, that Metroid Prime, whatever else comes out this year, will be for the Switch, enhanced for Switch 2. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, all we know about that isn't a Switch 2 game is Prime 4, to my knowledge, and maybe Pokemon ZA, but we don't even know if we're getting a Pokemon Direct next month, so we will know if that game is coming out like before Switch 2, or if they give us a release date or anything really on that, because we know nothing going on with the Pokemon company right now. We have no idea what's coming with Switch 2, or if we're gonna get. I'd love to get the old Pokemon games back somehow, in some kind of way, but
now. There is one other thing that we were talking about, and that was, what do you think they're doing for Nintendo Switch Online? Because apparently, rumor has it that they are upping the price $10 more a year for Nintendo Switch Online. Why do you think that is, and do you guys think it will happen?
I think it will. I think they're gonna just add more to it. Like I said, I think they're gonna add the original DS in the future, and I think another thing that would make people want to willingly pay more would be if Game Freak gets involved with the Pokemon games. I don't know. They could sell those separately, don't get me wrong, to where people pay a price to buy those games physically or digitally or whatever, which I think they still should, but they could always give the option too, to where you can either pay this price to play these games, or you can buy them separately or something, depending.
Sorry, that's funny.
Dreamcast, maybe. Sure.
So, Nick, do you think it'll be price hiked, and do you think they're going to add anything?
Like right off rip?
Yes.
It would only make sense if they are going to do a price hike to be adding more virtual stuff to it.
Like what? I'm waiting for one of you guys to say exactly what I said.
Gosh.
I'm just on the DS side of things, man.
DS will work with the mouse functionality. That'll work.
So wait, are you giving me a hint here with the mouse functionality?
No, I'm just agreeing with D-Man. But there's a big one that everybody I said it to went bingo.
Say it.
And GameCube. Why do
Which
you think
I-
they've only remastered a few to see how well it will do, to see if it is worth putting on the virtual console, and to see if it will actually get people to pay more. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. And I think that would be a nice addition for sure.
Now, what do you think the price will be? I've heard $60 and $70. 70 is the one I hear the most. Do you guys think it'll be that or more?
I don't think it'll be any more.
Okay.
Knowing Nintendo, I could see it being $70.
Okay. I could see that. D-Man?
For the games or
For the price for Nintendo Switch Online. What do you think the price would be?
Oh,
do you think it's a
yearly?
$70?
yeah, I'd say so, somewhere around there.
Okay.
$69.99.
Giggity.
That's what she said.
Alrighty, let's continue. So it says over 9 years have passed since the existence of Switch, then NX was announced in 2015. It's almost 10 years.
Yep.
So let's get down to the nitty gritty. One thing, this is my thing, they're adding a USB Type-C on the top. Controllers. You can plug your Switch 2 Pro controller with Hall Effect sticks. I'm calling it Hall Effect sticks. And Hall Effect triggers. That's what we're getting. I don't want mechanical buttons. I'm sorry. As many controllers as I've tested, I'm not a fan of mechanical face buttons. I'm not.
It'll make pairing controllers much easier.
Yeah. Instead of around to
going
the side to
frickin'
the
in
back and moving.
which is
Yeah.
a
You just
complete pain. Yeah.
But then you're going to have a Type-C to Type-C. And all new controllers will be Type-C to Type-C. And you won't be able to use any of your old ones. We all know that. You got to buy all new stuff.
Oh yeah.
I better be able to use my frickin'
Although-
Nintendo 64 controller.
No.
I
here,
think-
man.
Oh, well, you're talking about the Switch Online?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I do think the Pro controllers might work with it though.
I think it's going to be lacking features. I think that's going to be the issue. One, we're missing an extra button. Two, I think if they add GameCube to Nintendo Switch Online, which is a big reason they didn't add it to the Switch, that Pro controller and the Joy-Con did not support analog triggers. You cannot play GameCube games without those analog triggers. So it looks like the Switch Joy-Con will have analog triggers, as will hopefully the new Pro controller will too.
I was on the side of they're not going to add GameCube, but then giving it some thought, the reason why they were probably remaking and remastering so many GameCube games, because yes, they sell well, absolutely, but they didn't have many games left for the Switch planned because they've been for the last 2-3 years working on Switch 2 titles.
Correct.
So I guess I could see it, but I don't know how many what games they would add, how many games they would. I don't know. I think that the GameCube games they released, which they definitely sold well, were.
Nick, your keyboard is loud.
It is.
Enjoy it.
Mute yourself. There you go. Mute yourself if you're going to tickety-tackety-tackety to the people in the chat.
Okay, yes, eShop. Yeah, eShop does need a revamp. 100%.
eShop is dog.
You're right.
Dog water, dude.
Well,
It's trash.
Of course we're going to have a whole new interface.
I hope.
You have to.
Yeah.
And a brand new eShop without, and my God, please get all the shovelware out of there. Don't just say yes to everything. Or if you want to put all that, put like a shovelware section that says Ultra Indies or something like that. So you have all the real stuff on the left, sitting over here, and then you can hide down into the far left the weird shit that nobody wants to play, or it's
You know,
like really
those
creepy stuff.
Those little henchy games with the girls with the animal ears.
I
And
think
then
it
all
needs
the
to-
normal stuff here on the right.
It
So
needs
that's
to
how
be a
you should
little
do it.
bit more organized, definitely.
It's terrible. Not only that, it's like what? They show 2 games or 3 games per horizontal row.
Yep.
Like, and it's I was just going
Slow as
through it
snail
on
shit.
it's so slow, and there's like the refresh, the loading, just everything.
But it's
I'm
never
like,
been
this is terrible.
optimized.
No, it's
Like
always
since
been
day
garbage.
one, it was slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. So, King Alien says the other reason why it's not an OLED screen because Nintendo didn't spend a lot of money. There's a big reason, and I want to get into that in the next article. There's a reason why I think there's not an OLED screen, and we got what is that the higher end LCD. I forget what it's called. That's going into it. But let's continue on this before we jump ahead of ourselves. Hey, look, Dave's here. I wonder if he's drunk yet because of all the times I said my wife. So the dock looks smaller. A lot of people are saying the dock doesn't cover the screen like it did before because now it's going to show other information at the top of the screen above the dock. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
I agree. Nick?
So you're saying that it's going to display something while you're playing the game?
Yeah,
What did I miss?
if you look here,
Yeah,
Sorry,
how
you
it
see at the
hovers over
top?
the top. Yeah.
right. So some people say you're going to get like battery information. You might get friend notifications or different kind of notifications over here so they don't interrupt your gameplay on the screen. You know how you always got the blip in the corner? So instead of getting that, you might just get it on the screen over here.
I could see that potentially happening.
So, but otherwise, I think that's about it. We've pretty much covered everything else.
I just want I want to be able to like actually message my friend or be able to like make a party chat that isn't or Discord. I think we mentioned Discord last week. Add that into the Switch too.
Well,
Something.
I mean, their whole operation with online games is completely walled off to the like what they want to have control over. You
Right.
can't, to be able. There's not like a quick list, friends list thing going on. Like you don't know who's on, and you can't just like directly talk to them. And
Yep.
it's so inconvenient and ridiculous. And if they don't want kids talking to people, which I understand, then it needs to be locked away in a parental setting or something.
Well,
I don't
that
care
makes
about the
sense.
kids. Don't care about the kids.
Integrated voice chat. Yes. Now, this is something I had just noticed, and this was talking about the graphics performance. The Switch 2's power was also reportedly demonstrated using the Matrix Awakens Unreal Engine 5 demo behind closed doors at Gamescom 2023. That was a long time ago. And since then, I'm sure they've tweaked the hardware or they've tweaked the performance, and we know they've added DLSS, and I think it's DLSS 4 to really upscale these visuals. So if that's the case, see, here people are saying PlayStation 4, Xbox One levels. From what I've heard, it's actually more powerful from the leak of the GPU and the CPU on the motherboard. So we'll see. But otherwise, yes, they're talking about 4K visuals with the dock, supposedly. Yep, NVIDIA's DLSS tech. Yes, it'll have better battery life. The Nintendo Switch 2 will replace the Switch. And nobody cares about VR. So, blah, 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 blah. Now, one thing I want to bring up is this other article because people have been talking about it here in the chat. Let me show. There we go. So let me add. So when it comes to pricing, a lot of people have been talking about what it's going to cost. We talked about it last week. What do you guys think the price will be before we get into the article?
400.
I want it to be $350.
Nope.
I want it to be
OLED
$350.
bundles are $350. Not going to happen.
I would, and and my one buddy was thinking 500. I'm like,
No.
I think it's too
500.
much, man. 500.
Some people are
much.
saying 500. And
Absolutely
I'm like, no.
I would
PS4
say if
Pro
anything
was
400
400.
for
PS4
sure.
Pro was 400. It'll be 400.
It is not going to be the price of a PlayStation 5.
No.
Nintendo will shoot themselves in the foot. We're going to have another 3DS issue
Yep.
if they make it $500.
They want to make the sales, dude. You got to make the sales. I don't think it's going to be even 450. I genuinely think 400 is the dead set price on this thing and the safest bet.
So, like what they were saying in the chat earlier, I do think it's going to be $399 with an LCD screen because they're cheaper to manufacture.
Yeah.
And Nintendo is going to keep that price down to sell as many as possible and get as many as they can into people's hands as fast as they can. And we do know that Nintendo has already said they've made enough, so supply issues will not be a problem. So everybody will be able to get them worldwide. I don't know how they've been doing this. That means they've had to have been manufacturing these for at least a year and a half.
At least.
Hence the leaks.
At least a
maybe
year and
that's
a half.
why. Yeah. And if that's the case, I have a feeling if they're that confident with the console and the price, it will be $399. I think the OLED's going to drop in price, and it's going to be $399.
OLED was not $399. The bundles are
It was $349.
$349.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think the OLED's going to go to $299 until they're completely gone, and then the regular switches will be cleared out.
Absolutely.
Who knows what they'll do with those? The Switch lights will be cleared out. I actually think we might see the Switch Lite run alongside the Switch 2 until a Switch 2 Lite comes out.
I think so too, 100%, because there's a lot of different versions of it too that you can still get in stores. Like
it's so cheap.
honestly, if it goes like really cheap, maybe I'd buy the Zelda one. Like
It's the
I don't
DS.
have it. I mean,
It's going to be the DS alongside the whatever was out at the time. What was it? The Wii U, whatever was out, or 3DS and the Switch. You know, it's. See, I'm looking at all kinds of prices here. Some people say $429. That's a possibility. $450 is going to be a lot, and to have it at
think it's going to be
$429
too much. It's going to.
$429 is the highest in my eyes. It's not.
You've got the mini PCs. The standard Asus ROG Ally is $400 on any given day. It's always on sale. So why would you buy a Switch when you can buy a more powerful Asus ROG Ally? And that's the thing. Nintendo wants to stay competitive. I don't think that $449. I don't think the $400 anything. I think is a no. Nintendo will not shoot themselves in the foot by putting it over $400 unless there's a bundle.
I think it'll be $400. I really do. Yeah, unless there's a bundle with like 2 games or something instead of 1 or whatever. I don't know. Then
They might package
sure,
in
but
2 Switch games with it and say, "Hey, for backwards compatibility." They might do that.
Yeah, here's your $450. But
Yeah.
no, I don't see it going over $400 at all, especially with it not being the OLED screen and them saving money. That also makes sense. And it's Nintendo we're talking. Their consoles, it's not gonna. No. And Pro Controller being 100, I don't see that either. No.
So
absolutely not.
John's saying
No way.
$449 for the Switch. No way. $400. $69 a year for Nintendo Switch Online.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yeah.
$100 for nope. Nintendo will not price himself out. The Pro Controller will be the exact same price. You're going to see that
so.
$69.
Yep.
$69. It's just going to be. It's going to use parts and things
You
that
didn't
should have
see.
already been in it.
I mean, look. You didn't see the PS4 to PS5
And thank you,
controller.
Dave.
You didn't see PS4 to PS5 controllers like the price really go up. They might have went up $10, maybe. I think it might have went from 60 to 70. I think.
Right.
But
Well, now they're more expensive.
Right,
Anyway,
right.
They up the prices.
right. So I mean, 70 is just like a normal price for a controller now.
Right. Now, the thing is, as someone who covers and reviews controller after controller, you can put so much awesome tech into these controllers and keep it around that $35 to $40 mark. They're only going to charge as much as they are because it's Nintendo.
Yep.
So you can get
Controller extra, guys.
Yeah, if you're looking at there's Easy SMX or GameSir, they're putting out $40 and $50 controllers with Hall effect sticks, Hall effect triggers. You've got mechanical buttons. You've got 1,000 hertz technology, and they're sitting at $40 and $50. So there's no reason at all that Nintendo should charge $100 for a Pro controller. They're
no
not
way for
Microsoft.
100.
They're not Sony.
I could see them doing a $79 price tag. I could see them do it.
I could at least see it plausible.
Yeah. Because
Plausible,
it's 69,
plausible.
they're going to say, "Oh, it's 79, but you now have this, and it's officially Nintendo."
I was going to say
That's the only
it's
way.
going to have the Nintendo stamp on it. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I I was just grateful because how much were the N64 controllers? They were only like $40, right?
Probably maybe 50.
40 or 50?
40, $39.99 because I
Yeah.
used to buy
Okay.
the third-party ones that were 25
Yeah, I was
because I couldn't
at
afford
least
that
like
as a kid. Yeah.
for Nintendo to do that, I was like, that's fair. That's fair. So,
Well, let me-
but I mean, obviously that's not a main controller, but
That is something interesting to think
That
about.
would be interesting.
A $200
Like a
Pro
special
controller.
controller.
The thing is, I don't know if Nintendo will do it unless they add in all the features that people want.
here's the
Again,
thing too, like what
They need
well,
to have
okay, to be fair, I'm biting my tongue here. I just don't think the competitive gaming scene is that big as far as Nintendo as a console, but you have the Fortnites and Apex is on it and
Doom is coming to
Yeah.
Switch 2. Halo is coming to Switch 2. You've got your Fortnite. You're going to be, like you said, you've got the Apex and games like that.
Yeah.
Maybe they want more people to play on the Switch competitively.
It would be I feel like if Nintendo did it, now would be a good time to do it because I don't think we've ever seen a controller that Nintendo released for $200.
No.
No, not at all. I don't even think
Nintendo's
I don't even
never
think they
been-
pushed that high for a controller. I think they'd go like 150 if they did a special controller. I wouldn't push to 200.
But you got to look, there's so many other companies out there that are making these pro style controllers for the Switch that are also PC compatible. $60. Like what is it? Gillikit, Zen Pro. They put out the KK3 Max. That is a beast. You've got the GameSir Nova. You've got so many. Easy SMX is putting a ton of them out there. And GameSir put out the Tarantula Pro, which is a redonkulous controller at $70. And it even has a gear in it that switches the ABXY from Xbox to what is it? The Nintendo Switch style. And
That's
it's
really
got
nice.
all this functionality. There's no reason Nintendo cannot put that kind of standard functionality into their regular Pro controller at this point in time. And you need, good God, you need Hall effect analog triggers, not this digital crap anymore. So,
And it just feels so much better because like
Yeah.
you gave me those
Vader
one,
3 Pro.
Well, the Vader 3 is phenomenal, but for the Nintendo my Switch, you gave me those other controls that I was using. Dude, they're so good. They're so nice. They're so tight.
The Power A one,
Is it? I think it's the Power A. Yeah,
the mini one.
the ones where it had the nice LEDs around the sticks, and it was like that gray semi-transparent. It has the extra buttons in the back.
Dude, I can't remember.
I
which
think
one
it's
that was.
it's Power A, dude. I think it's the Power A.
What I thought I gave you the Xbox Power A.
No.
I thought I gave you the Switch Mario Kart one.
I have
don't
that.
know.
I have that right here.
Was it the Easy SMX? I the thing is, I've had so many, and
Yeah.
you know, the thing is, I'm still supposed to send Dave one, but he's like, nope, I don't want one because it's not your $200 30th anniversary
Ah,
DualSense Edge, and I'm like, hey, Dave, you know what? Wired Xbox Series X controller with Hall effect sticks. You'll never look back once you have Hall effect sticks at a 1,000 hertz. Nothing better than 1,000 hertz. Nothing. That GameSir, baby.
Nothing.
GameSir wired controller, man. There's no reason to use anything else. No reason. None. $50. Best controller you can get. And it's wired, lowest latency. No latency. Okay.
take scissors and cut that wire off, man. What is this? 1998, dude.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Screw your latency. I don't like me latency. And plus, I've got a beautiful game room. Have you guys seen my game room tour yet? You should go take a look if you haven't. I should put that. I should put that right over here. You know what? I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna pull this up, and then I'm gonna go over here.
But do
And
you
where-
have a
where-
basement?
No.
Nope.
No, and I have an actual game room. I live in Florida, for God's sake. We don't. I would if I dug, it would be into limestone and water. I'm like, what am I? See, there you go. You guys should watch that. That's my game room tour, and it's epic and it's awesome. And yes. So, but not right now. Wait till after the podcast. Okay, now where were we? Were we talking about?
I was going to bring
okay,
up another thing.
sure.
An example that people like weren't happy with was the PS5 Pro, with that
Mhm.
price. So if this console were to be more than 400, you'd probably get quite a few people also upset as well, with
Right.
the price being just too much.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Which brings me to this article right here that says analyst states that Switch 2's price won't really matter for early adopters.
Well,
So,
yeah, because
so
a lot of
long
the
as
people
the
who are
launch
getting
price
it,
isn't
Like
egregious.
that is just the dumbest headline ever. Like, thank you, common sense.
It's
Like,
like, what's the term? No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
exactly. Like, come on. What wiener wrote this? Who's the one who wrote this? What's
So
their
it-
name?
it
What does their
says-
face look like? I want to punch it.
According to Circana NPD analyst Matt Piscatella, something about a pissing cat. I'm not sure.
Piscatella? Matt
The
Piscatella?
eventual price of the console likely won't matter for the early adopters amongst us. In speaking with Games Radar Plus, he stated that as long as the cost of the machine isn't egregious, then it will likely sell. $500 is egregious.
Yeah, like, considering what you can get for $500, like a new PlayStation, which I
You
still
can get
want
a
one.
PlayStation 5.
I want a PlayStation 5 just for the Astrobot game, man. You know?
See, I have a PS5 Pro, I have a PS5 Slim, a PS5, and another PS5.
You want to? I'll buy one of those off you for $150.
You're funny. The Slim doesn't have a disk drive because I took off the disk drive and put it on my Pro because I still can't get a standalone disk drive. Piss me off. And I'm not paying $120 for that nonsense.
No, that's ridiculous.
So yeah, I have one just sitting there. So I really don't think like let me back it up because I'm getting ahead of myself. I think people are going to buy it, period.
Yeah.
Do I think it's going to be egregiously overpriced? No, I think it's going to be exactly what people are saying. I think a lot of people are saying it's going to be 400, and that really makes sense because one, Nintendo's not going to shoot themselves in the foot. They want to sell as many as they can, and they're still going to compete with themselves because the Switch is still going to be in store. And they
I think
wanna
those are
outsell-
very, very strong points. I think those are really great points. We finally agree on something.
Yeah,
And
because
the thing is-
the Switch is still going to sell,
Right.
and even after this. But there's going to be people out there who don't know a lot about this stuff, and they're going to be given that option of they're going to be like at GameStop or whatever, and this guy's going to be like, "Hey, this is the Switch 2. This thing just came out this year. It's brand new. There's new games for it, and you can play the old Switch games on it." And the new stuff, or you can go for this cheaper system. I have a used one. I have the new one, depending on what you
You
want.
can get the Switch
overall.
Lite. It's
No.
smaller, $200, and we'll
Yep.
play thousands of games that are already out.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
Or, hey, the Switch 2 is $500. $500 if we're going with that price. Or you see that over there, that's called the PlayStation 5. It's twice as powerful and already has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games physically, and if you count in digital, we're already in the thousands. So which one do you want? No, it's going to be, they're going to undercut. They're going to undercut. And if that price, I meant to ask you guys earlier. I talked to you about this last week, D-Man. I want Nick's opinion first. What do you think the storage size is going to be, Nick?
$250 gigs.
A 256.
Or I'm sorry,
Or
yeah,
just 250.
256. You're
256?
right. It has to be.
Okay.
It has to be that. Yeah, 256.
He's in the same boat I am.
yep, we're all in the same boat.
Yep, because we were talking about it. 256, I think, is a safe bet. It's going to keep the price down. You might see it at 512. I think 512 is pushing it. I think 256 is correct because the size of games like Red Dead Redemption 2 is rumored to be on there. Call of Duty is rumored to be on there, and Halo's rumored to be on there. All over 120 some odd gigs. So you cannot have 128 gigs.
There
You
better
cannot.
be. Did we see a slot for an extra SD card on there? That's what I did on my Switch.
Yes.
So
There was
that's
an
the
extra
same thing.
slot.
That's the same thing I'm gonna do for
Yep.
for the Switch too. Is just get a 512 or something.
Did you see that they just announced? I forget the company, SanDisk or one of them, a 1.5 terabyte SD card for $120.
Worth
That's
it.
compatible with the Switch.
Worth it.
Yeah.
If it has the read speed,
Yep,
wow,
it does.
that's
does.
impressive. That's extremely impressive, and I think a very very fair price.
I think it was $109.99, and I went, "Wow,
Yeah.
I might invest into that as soon as I can get one because I know whatever this has, it won't be enough. I have 512 gigs on my Switch, and it's still not enough.
If this thing succeeds the same way the Switch does, if we get games that are just such good quality plus a ton of third party, you know dang well there's going to be such a huge variety of games on this thing within its first year especially that the extra space is going to be so worth it and needed hands down because I had to upgrade as well.
You're right.
Like, ages ago, and it's
And-
crazy.
I couldn't agree with you more because you know why? How many companies have already said they're going to make games that they didn't make the games for the original Switch? Ubisoft, if they're still around, which I do not believe they will be around much longer because their Assassin's Creed Shadows will be the death of them. We've got games like companies like Microsoft is putting their games on there, along with Activision Blizzard, which is Microsoft. They're now putting their games on there. So yeah, you're going to need something that's going to be much larger in storage, with the option to upgrade to a high speed SSD. John was saying over here, a 2 terabyte SD card. I haven't seen 2 terabyte SDs in the wild yet. Have you? I've seen the 1.5 today.
I haven't.
I actually saw that today while I was pooping doing my research because that's what I do. I poop and research. What else do you do while you're pooping? Stare out the window? Read? A book?
Yep.
What book do you read while you're pooping?
Everyone poops.
Oh, okay. Good job. It's a great book.
Yes.
Very, very insightful. Very deep. Be careful. It gets a little dark at times. Because it's poo. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
People order
All righty. Ha ha ha. Okay. See, I hate when it does this. Put us back right. So, yeah, I figured we'd be talking about this for at least an hour. Now, before we go on to our side quests and talk about anything else, I want you guys' final thoughts on everything we talked about on the Switch, what you think the Switch is going to be. Nick first. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, go for it, D-man.
Nope, Nick's first. I knew you were going to do that. Because you want to be more reactive. That's why I'm like, nope.
So we want to sum up my opinion from from start to finish here.
Yeah.
I think we can. Okay, I'm shooting for a June, at least a June. November, you're waiting too long. You're doing they're touring till April. Well, around
Till
here, I
June.
think it's in April.
Yeah, the last one's in June, I think, in South Korea.
Why would you wait 5 months after when all the hype is already going on? So we should, I hope, see the console in stores in June. Obviously we're going to get like looks like a Mario Kart launch title. I would love to see a brand new Super Mario game because Odyssey was a masterpiece, but I don't think we're going to get that on launch.
Launch or launch window?
Wait a minute. John's saying with 32 games at launch, good luck. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well,
I think what
not
will happen
physical.
is
I think they're going to be like digital eShop games. Maybe.
I agree. I was gonna go there, and then maybe some revamped,
Enhanced Switch games.
enhanced Switch games.
Okay.
I think we're going to see a lot of those on launch. I don't want it to be a $400 price tag, but I definitely think we'll see it at $400. I'd rather it be at $350.
Agreed. I think everybody would agree with you on that. They'd rather see a lower price tag.
Yeah, and then I think the new Nintendo service is right off rip is going to be more expensive with enhancements for sure. I agree on that. And Well, I don't know. I don't know what else I can think of off the top of my head, but I mean, I think unless there's anything else, that's where I stand right
Okay.
now on that.
The reason I didn't ask D-Man first is because we kind of covered a lot of this last week with our speculation and what we were hoping for. So we haven't gotten much new information on top of the leaks from last week besides the console itself and then a few possible games. So D-Man, if you want to add anything to what you said last week, that's you're more than welcome to go ahead.
Hang on. Nintendo Switch 2 or 1. I'm trying to see how many games it had at launch, and it looks like it had. It's showing 12.
Yep.
For me. Breath of the Wild 1-2 Switch, Just Dance, Snipper Clips, Super Bomberman R, Fast RMX, I Am Setsuna, Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment, Skylanders, Imaginators, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, and Puyo Puyo Tetris.
That was launch window. Because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe wasn't a launch day one. That's a launch window.
It wasn't a launch day?
Is that what you're reading launch day?
I don't know if
because when I was working at Best Buy, there were only 7 physical games on launch day. When I got mine at Walmart, when I was lined up, there was only like 3 games that you could choose from, and I got Zelda.
When I know when I got, well, actually no, I didn't get Switch at launch. I was afraid it was going to be another Wii U situation at first, so I waited till Mario Odyssey, and then I bought.
Oh wow!
And then I waited to play Breath of the Wild, and I so badly wanted to. So I waited, and I got Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, 1-2 Switch, and Skyrim. I think were the 4. Or no, I didn't get 1-2 Switch. I got Snipper Clips and Skyrim. I think those were the 4 that I had gotten when I bought my Switch. This will
Zelda?
actually.
What was the other one? 1-2 Switch.
Yeah.
And was it a Rayman or something else? I forget what the other game was. But I want to say it was Rayman Origins, right? Or Rayman Legends? Was that on that list?
Not at launch.
What was on
there
that?
Was Skylanders, Imaginators, Super Bomberman R, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, Shovel Knight, Spectre Torment, Fast RMX, I Am Setsuna.
I did get Fast RMX. I think I only got 2 games physically. The first one was Zelda. The next one was 1-2 Switch. And then later on, I picked up the Bomberman. Later on, I know I picked up the Bomberman.
You know what's crazy is this is actually going to be my first midnight launch for a game console. Because the PS5 couldn't do it. Because it was stupid. COVID nonsense. It was ridiculous. Online only, blah, blah, blah. So it was impossible. The Switch, I was hesitant to buy at first because I thought it was going to be another Wii U situation, and I did not get one at launch. I waited. And then the era before that, I wasn't out of high school yet for the PS4 era, so I'm sorry. So I couldn't pay for that myself, so I ended up getting that for Christmas, the PS4.
I'm trying to think what was the first midnight release or midnight launch console I got, and I want to say it was the 360. Because I was working
launch on it for a console ever.
I was working at EB. Otherwise, I bought them all later on. I got the GameCube when it released, like a week or 2 after, because I was working at GameStop at the time, and I had to wait till I got paid. But mine sat in the back, so that was it. I got the black one, but I wouldn't say launch night. I think my first launch night was probably the 360, and then the Wii, and then everything from there on out except the PS3. PS3 was the only one I didn't get at midnight release. And PS4, I waited on the PS4.
I've gone to games midnight launches, but that's it. I've never done a console before. I wanted to do PS5, but there was no way that was just impossible.
PS5 was a weird one for me, and I told that story. But my Series X, I ordered them online the day they went live, and just went and picked it up, and my Series S was shipped to my house. So, but yeah. All right, so okay, we covered all that. If you guys want to see any of my other thoughts on it, again, I'll link the episode of Side Scrollers. It's a whole long thing or you can watch my other Wii U Vibes video. So otherwise, yeah, we're gonna
I
move
think
on.
I will say I do think that Mario Kart will be launched, of course. I think we might get a reveal of 3D Mario, but it's not going to release until holiday. I think that's going to be their big holiday.
I would love that, and I would love that, and I'm all for it, and I would love to see that.
Yeah, and
Luigi's Mansion 6.
Yes, please give me more Luigi's Mansion. I love those games.
Did you say Loogies?
Luigi's Mansions, man. I freaking love those games. So much fun. So much charm.
Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion.
That's an
okay.
awesome
Be
hat,
jealous.
actually.
It's all right. You can be jealous.
I'm not jealous. You know why? Because I have basically a life-size Yoshi. One in the world.
Yeah, because you do things with it.
No, the toy company.
Well, it took him a while. So yeah, but I got this at the Epic Universe store at Universal.
That's
Are
awesome.
you going to Epic Universe, Nick? He ran
Nick?
away.
I will be, but I don't think I'm going to go to like I'm planning possibly like July area, because in May is PAX East and I want to go there first, and then June I don't think I'm going to do anything. I'm planning possibly for July to go there.
Wow, you guys look so much alike.
Yeah, I
That's
got a big nose,
schnoz.
too.
That
You can
massive
fit a baby
schnoz.
Mario on this thing, dude.
What? Why does it zip up? What's,
Because it flips, it reverses into a Yoshi egg.
I think you showed me that. Come to think of it, I think you showed me that.
This thing's awesome.
Where did you get that?
My friend designed it,
Oh wow.
and we had prototypes. I have them. I have all of them. I have the Mario that turns into a mushroom. They're smaller. I have Luigi who turns into a green mushroom. Peach, we never got made. She was going to turn and flip into a star. And then, Yoshi turns into an egg. There's much smaller ones. The regular ones are like this big.
They have similar ones like that at the Epic Universe Preview Center at Universal, where the question brick, flips into a star, and then they have another one. I forget what it flips into. I just remember seeing that. I was like,
Well, it was
I was
unfortunate.
so tempted to get it.
It
But
was
I didn't.
unfortunate because we didn't get the license approval because some of the nitwits that ran the company, utter morons, just couldn't close the deal. But yeah.
So that's cool. Alrighty, now we're gonna head off into our side quest. By the way, I just watched all the Harry Potter movies again. My wife and I went through 1 through 8, I guess you would say,
Yeah.
7 and 7 too.
That's awesome.
Guess what? I'm getting her to watch now. Take a wild guess.
RoboCop!
No,
They're-
it's the greatest movie trilogy of all
Lord of the Rings.
time.
Lord of the Rings.
Extended edition.
Nice.
Oh man, Indiana Jones, dude. Come on.
No.
Everyone knows it's
Lord of the-
Indiana Jones.
Lord of the Rings.
No, Indiana Jones is great. The original 3, fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's not a trilogy. There's 5 movies, even though the last one is worse than Crystal Skull.
Jeez.
So
I didn't even bother watching the last one.
neither did I. Nobody did. It
I
it
love
lost.
Indiana
It lost
Jones.
like $200 million. But Lord of the Rings Extended Edition. So we're watching little by little every night because it's 3.5 hours per movie.
Mm-hmm.
So last night I think we only watched about an hour before we went to bed. So that's what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch it like a TV series
Awesome.
because there's no way that she can. Get
Why
through
don't
it
you
with
watch
that
the
much.
new one on Amazon, bro?
How about you go shut your face? How about you go watch watch
Not
Lord of the
canon.
Womans?
This is not canon.
No,
I-
it's
I-
actually not.
I still like the Hobbit trilogy, even though it's like missing some stuff from
It
the
wasn't supposed to be a trilogy. They really drew that out to make 3 movies.
I mean, I have my issues with it, but it's still fun.
It's not bad.
still fun.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I saw them all except for the last one in theaters
I see
because the
them
first one I was like, oh, it's pretty good. The second one I was like, eh.
all. Mhm.
The best thing about the Hobbit trilogy is if you guys went to Denny's at the same time, they had a Hobbit menu and they
Oh,
brought
yeah.
it back for each of the movies, and it was some of the best food Denny's has ever had.
Well,
I know
they gave it
that's
to
weird.
you immediately because you're so short. What are you, like 4'9"?
Who? D-Man?
You.
I'm taller than you, bitch.
You with your tiny little hands and your tiny little height. Guys, don't let the camera mislead you. He's like little people size. He likes to tell everybody he's like 6'1", whatever, 6'2".
I'm 6 feet. I'm just 6 feet. And it's
He's-
funny
he's-
because
he's a little man with little hands.
when I first met Jay, Drunk 3PO, people don't realize how tall he is. And then I was up next to him. He's like, "Oh, you're taller than I thought." I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, I think he's like 6'2". And he was like, "Wow."
From like when we had him on here, like I could tell like he's a tall guy.
Yeah,
He seems like a tall
I
guy.
think he's around 260, 250, 260.
Yeah.
6'2". I'm
Wow.
what am I? 6 feet, 240. So
I'm 5'11", 183 now.
oh, you're a little stick. Well,
5'10",
I am going to the gym.
5'10".
I'm built for speed, baby.
I'm built for strength, and I'm just a wall. I'm a
5'10", 190. That's me.
That's not
wow. You're even shorter. Hey, you're the midget. He really is a little kid. So he's the hobbit of the group.
I
We
guess
have
so.
a hobbit. We have a hobbit.
Oh boy, poor D man.
I do have hairy feet, man.
I wonder what your toenails look like.
Whoa. Good night.
Send me a
everybody.
picture later.
Share it with the chat right here. Put it up right now. Let's see them.
No.
I bet he has them painted. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Nick is the Boromir of the group, and I'm the. No, I'm not going to be the Gandalf. I'm too old. No, he's too old. Aragorn. Yeah, I'll go with I'm the Aragorn, and Nick's the Boromir. That's why he's always missing.
When I was a lot younger, I mean, because I naturally have curly hair, so and
On your feet?
and bright blue. No, no. Naturally curly hair. And
Wow, we
bright
just
blue
scared
eyes.
away half the
When I was-
audience. Thanks.
When I was little, I was people. My sister did. My mom would call me Frodo sometimes.
Well, you are short.
5'10" ain't that short. My mom
It's
is
not.
4'11".
It's not. It's not that short.
My mom's 5 feet tall. But
That's
well,
short,
she
dude.
was. I think she's like 4'11" now, because I can just do like this. I can rest my arm on my mom. She's like, you don't have to be mean. I'm like, what? Oh, my armrest is talking. She hates it when I do that, but she thinks it's funny. She hates it, but yeah. Whenever we go to Disney, I always do that when we're waiting in line. She's like, stop it. I'm like, what? I'm tired. I need a rest. So yeah, but wow, D-Man, you're tiny.
She said,
So
I hope that's not what she said.
so that's going to be funny when we all do the hangout, because what is it? I think Dave keeps saying that we're going to do a Ready to Start podcast hangout. So I guess we are at some point. You're going to be the shortest one there.
Oh, wow.
I don't think how tall do you think Gabe is? I think he's like 5'11".
I'd imagine he's at least my height or taller.
Yeah, I think he said he was 5'11". So I'd have to ask him. I'm not sure if he's watching tonight, because he was supposed to be on, but it was my stupid self going, "Hey, you want to come on tonight?" It was like 30 minutes before show started.
Oh.
So yeah, that was me. But yeah, I'm actually taller than all of you guys. I don't feel bad now.
Oh, you know, and I was just thinking, I have been playing other games.
Oh,
Excuse me. There's a game called Somerville. Very enjoyable. Weird.
Heard
and
of
I
it.
like it. It's by one of the guys that was the leads for Limbo and Inside. It's got multiple endings. Really good. You could finish the game in like 3.5 hours. It's worth it. And then there's another one that I'm playing now is called Life of Lana. And it's those fun side-scroller adventure games with like a little bit of puzzles. Some of my favorite genres of games is that, you know.
do you guys like
both-
shmups?
Shmups?
Schmubs.
Shoot 'em ups?
Oh, shmups. Do you call the Super Nintendo a SNES too?
No.
You wiener? Or a NES?
Have you ever played a retro game in your life, Mister?
Never.
I'm 40.
Never
Okay.
played a retro game ever.
Top down plain shooters. Who's gonna call it that? Just call it a shmup. It's actually, I have games called the Shmup Collection. Shoot 'em up.
Are you sure it's not called the Smut Collection?
That's yours.
True.
Believe it or not, you know who has the largest collection of that?
Me.
Huh?
Oh, what are we talking about?
D-Man. D-Man, he's talked about how much smut he has. It's insane.
Oh yeah, lots of it. Tons.
He turns the camera. It's like a library of like 1950s Playboys.
Oh man, I got some. I have some Playboy magazines lying around.
Still?
Yeah, I like
Wow, I threw all those out. You know, when you grow up, and
Bro,
you know,
I've never really grown up. I'll be honest.
you know what? When you get a girlfriend and then you get engaged and you get married, you don't need that stuff anymore.
Well, I have none of them. So
Yeah, same.
Oh,
when I look for
wow!
girlfriends,
I didn't.
I look for girlfriends at the flea market and trash.
I feel like you
That's
what?
where I'm looking. That's where I'm looking. That's where I look for girlfriends: the flea market and trash bins. That's the girls I date.
I
You get
thought
it?
you
It's
went
a
to
metaphor?
bars.
Yeah, it's the same
I'm
thing.
trying to go the other way with this. Yes, I know what you're talking about. What are we talking about here? I'm 5'10" and a half. Isn't that pretty much 5'11"? Or is that the
It's
size?
close to it.
Is that how tall Shadow is? Because that would be kind of cool.
How
They would
tall
be-
is Shadow? Let's find out.
6 feet and 190 inches. Okay. John says he's 6 feet and 190 pounds.
Shadow is 3 feet 3 inches tall.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So it says
I
Shadow
do
is
call it
100.
Shadow.
Shadow is 100 centimeters, 3 feet 3 inches tall. Anyone who's drawn a Sonic character before will have probably come across the divide by the rule of 3. Also, Shadow the Hedgehog is overrated character. Huh.
Wow, you're
That's interesting.
Huh.
It's what, it's
I
what
don't
Google,
think the.
it's what
I feel
Google
like
says.
I feel like the overrated part's not part of the Google there.
Yeah. What did he just leave again? He's always leaving. Once he realizes he's wrong, he feels bad, and then he leaves. Because that's what people do when they realize they're wrong. Hey, look, he's back because I saw him back there. He's like, I'm wrong. I get it. I'm wrong. So
Yeah, because you see what's going to happen, Nick. They're going to make a new Smash Brothers, and then Sonic's going to get an Echo Fighter, and it's going to be Shadow.
Well, have fun with your Smash games because I think Smash games are trash. I do not like those Smash games.
Bro, is he
at
about to
all.
get canceled again?
Dude, I tried.
oh, Smash isn't trash. You're trash. That's what makes sense. You suck at the game. That's why you hate
No,
it.
the gameplay is terrible. Terrible.
You know who you sound like, right? You sound like me about Elden Penis.
says
Ring.
Elden Ring. It says it's
Smash is better than Elden Penis Ring. Fight me.
my brother-in-law's been running through Elden Ring again, and he's beaten it in 3.5 hours or so on level 1. He's insane. So
Did you do that weird trick that I saw on Game Ranks where you can just skip the game with the
No.
flying horse?
no, I know you like go off the edge or something, and like you glitch it out.
Yeah,
or
you
is
just
that
go.
something
Yeah,
else?
you glitch and you just go to the final boss and you like poke him in the thigh and then he's dead, or she's dead. I forget what it is.
They never fixed it. I would love to try that.
I don't know, but I do. I saw that and I'm like, oh, that's why they say it's great because they cheat. Got it.
I'm gonna look that up because that would be fun to stream and try.
So which game do we vote here for launch third party for good sales? Red Dead 2 or Elden Ring?
I don't think Penis Ring's gonna come to the Switch. I really don't.
I could
It's
see
like
I could see it coming to the
With
Switch.
Sony owning a big portion of that company of Katakawa, I really don't see it coming.
You know what? You're right. He's right. Totally forgot about that. I forgot that they bought that company. Yeah, no, I don't see it. I don't think Elden
Personal
Ring will-
preference aside, it just doesn't make sense with Sony owning that much.
I could see definitely Fortnite going to be on? Will be on there at launch.
Oh, hands
Apex
down.
Legends is going to be there on launch.
Minecraft.
Minecraft, yeah, there you go. Minecraft will be there on launch. We're gonna get probably to push sales. We're gonna get for the Nintendo subscription, everything plus more games on the subscription for.
You know what I think they're gonna do?
Specifically for Switch 2, not on Switch, but specifically Switch 2. So that being said, we're gonna have quite the library of games, but as like new third-party launch titles,
I think Red Dead
at launch.
Red Dead and Halo.
Halo at launch. I don't think at launch.
I don't think Halo at launch.
I think
either.
it's already ready to go.
It'll be interesting. I think this will be a fun thing. I'm 50-50 on it. It could be another selling point for them.
Let's put it this way. I know it's ready to go.
Okay.
I've been told that they were already told that it's ready.
Didn't you used to work at Microsoft?
Something like that.
Okay.
Hey, I've stopped that. I've tried to stop that because somebody in said chat, Dave, made a comment the other day, and I'm like, no, I've stopped saying that. I've stopped mentioning that because it's been a while now. It's actually been 8 years since I've worked there. 8 years. What year is this? 2025?
Mm-hmm.
I was working there in 2017? 2018? 2018. Oh, no. So that's 6 years.
I was working.
Close enough. Whatever. 6 years? 7 years? I don't know. Screw it. But whatever. It's been a long time. So I don't really care anymore. But I think we're going to see Halo. I think we're going to get... When I say think, it's almost guaranteed. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I can see that being on there. That'd be cool.
And it's going to be like how the new one is, 2024, is partially cloud-based on the Xbox. It's going to be a version like that. And there's something else. We're getting Call of Duty. I don't know which one and when. We're getting
Black Ops 17.
Possibly Gears collection.
That'd be cool.
Because they are going to be releasing a Gears collection for PlayStation and Switch 2, from what I was told. Oh, and we do know that Doom is coming out this year. So think about it this way. It's going to most likely be launch window.
Launch window for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it comes out in July. I think it's going to be all three in July.
Here's something. I think they're going to try to do some sort of Mario Kart Battle Royale thing.
I think with Mario Kart 9, they're going to have a Battle Royale feature.
Yeah, like a feature.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
you'll be like an online play feature. So, which I think would be
I
cool.
think there'll be alternate like costumes and skins for characters in some kind of way.
They made Donkey Kong look different.
That's what I'm saying.
You
I
see
think
that?
they'll have
He
the other
looks like-
design in there too.
He looks more like the one from the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but so be it.
Maybe I'll put that movie on tonight, man. I really like that movie.
See, what I think they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, all these games that came out in 2025 for the Switch, they're Switch 2 enhanced. So they're going to count those as launch titles or as Switch 2 titles. It's like when you had the Series X or PS5 Pro enhanced or PS4 Pro enhanced titles. That's what it's going to be. I think that's what they're going to go with. J-Man says something interesting over here.
Yeah.
Our third-party release is going to be day and date between PS5, Xbox, and Switch 2, or offset like it is now. That depends.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see more parity because of the power of the Switch 2, and I think because of how popular the Switch is, and with the release of the Switch 2, they're going to want to sell more copies by putting it on the Switch 2 almost day and date. Yeah. So, yeah. Anything else you guys want to BS about before we decide to call it a night?
No, I'm thinking about my pillow right now.
What did I tell you about doing that to your pillow?
I got a new one.
Come on.
Of course you had to get a new one.
I get a new one like every 2 weeks.
Yeah, because it got yellow and crusty.
It happens.
I don't
See,
wanna
you can
think
see
about-
D-Mans are all purple in the background.
Dude, your whole setup over there looks so cozy, dude. Like cool and chill and like got
That's
all
what
your
people say.
collectibles. It looks really nice.
Is that a bed behind you, or is that another couch?
That's my bed.
Yeah, man.
there's a cat there. You know, it's chilling.
Oh, it's like an actual cat. It's like a real.
And so, do you
cat.
have like a TV and your consoles like next to you, next to the computer there, or?
Yeah, my console setup's right here, right next to it.
Awesome.
Why don't you do like a room tour, or do you?
I already did.
you-
I did
you
for
Yeah, I
1,000.
was gonna say you did. I watched.
I don't
think-
remember
I watched
seeing it.
like half of it.
Yeah,
I
1,000.
never
I went
finished it.
over my room. 1,000. Yep.
You know what? I'm getting pretty pissed that unless I have to look for both of you guys' videos in order to watch them.
Yours will show up on my on my homepage.
See, nobody's. You know who's now showing up on mine? Miami Geeks, Gabe's. His videos
Really?
now show up,
Wow.
and he hasn't done videos in like almost a year. But you guys who do them consistently, the only time I ever see Nick your music videos are when I log into my personal YouTube account. That's when I see
Interesting.
them.
That's interesting.
But Red Bandana Gaming, nope. So it's really weird. I have to look for you guys to watch your videos.
Look at J-Man's comment about the pillows.
Whose pillow?
My pillows.
I'm sure it's seen more than what kind of shit? And whose shit?
That's what she said.
Nick, we're waiting for the story.
Oh, you don't want to hear my stories.
Oh, yes, we do. We're at the end, and no one's gonna be here.
Okay,
No one's gonna listen.
No, I can't. I don't want to
I'll
talk
edit it
about
out.
No.
See, look, now he half disappeared.
I'm
So
tired.
maybe you should save it for the night stream.
Sure, maybe.
So when do you? Okay, before we call it a night, I'm gonna grill Nick here about what are you doing and when are you gonna start mass producing your content again?
I gotta. As soon as I get this, as soon as I lock in on this name thing, I'm gonna try to at least. I think it's fair to say I could at least crank out 2 videos a week. I think it's very fair, and as many, using the longer videos, pull clips from there for YouTube Shorts. So that's the goal. And I'm trying to figure out what I can do, and I'll be cranking it out. So soon.
Oh, we don't want to know what you're doing on your personal time. We want to know what you're doing with the channel, Mister.
I'll be,
I'm gonna crank
more
it out.
game content. It's the same stuff. I have videos that I have to post, just not just the opinion
stream again.
pieces, but
That's stream again, man.
yeah, I don't know. I lost joy in streaming.
I don't blame you. I'm actually on the point where certain videos I just don't enjoy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So when I have to put them out because a company sends me something to review, unless it depends on what it is, I just go, and I feel like I just go through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
But when I come up with something brand new and the video bombs, but I enjoy making the crap out of it.
Yeah.
So, but D-Man, you got anything in the pipeline?
I did do a video recently on Mario Kart. What possibly to expect. I did have a little bit of a mess up in there with an audio issue. My bad
Okay.
with editing. But it's doing pretty good. I uploaded it 2 days ago. It's getting close to 200 views now, so that's cool.
Good.
Despite
That's
my
good.
audio issue that I had for like 30 seconds where music blared over my voice, but whatever, it didn't last long. Video's still doing okay. Other than that, I mean, I'm gonna probably stream some more Okami this week. That's about it at the moment, till whenever I record another video, which when I do might be more Switch 2 stuff. I don't know. We'll see.
Have you decided on a regular schedule yet?
Not really. No,
Okay.
I just kind of do things when I do things.
I
Basically,
think that's why I haven't been seeing your stuff, because the people I watch post regularly, and the people that I watch that don't post regularly, their stuff starts to disappear. So I think
I'm
that's
trying.
why.
I'm trying to do at least 1 video a week outside of live streams.
Okay. So with your live streams and a video, how many times do you think you're putting up content?
If you include the live streams, then definitely at least like 3 times a week.
Good,
give or
good,
take.
good.
So
Nick, how much content do you plan on putting up or aim to put up?
At least 2 videos a week.
Okay.
You know, it's not that impossible, but you know, the amount of work I do outside of, you know, like I barely play games these days. It's just it's very, very difficult, man. It's very
I
difficult.
completely understand. So, me, hey, don't feel bad. So, as someone who tries to put up a video every day, there was some like stuff that was just happening today. So I didn't get to put up a video. I recorded one. Otherwise, I've got this and I put up a short. So what I try to do is put up a short every day that I don't put up a full video. And if I can put up a short and a video, but it's tough. And right now, January is a rough month for views and just ad rev. It's rough. But I look forward to seeing your stuff. I hope everybody in the chat looks forward to seeing all the content that D-Man and Nick put up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button here. Thank you. Do it. All right, we're waiting. Did you do it? Okay, good. And if you haven't already, hit the links for their channel in the description below. Sub to D-Man, sub to Nick. Do it right now. Bacardi and Cola, do it. And yes, you're going to get a lot more content because I know a lot of people love to watch our nonsense, beautiful podcast when we're not live. You know, we get more people watching the next 2 days than we do the night we put it up.
That's good though.
It's almost triple the amount in like say
fine.
at the end of the night. It's like
I genuinely think
we'll get
this one's
300 to 400.
I think this one's going to do pretty well too because it's right after the
think so.
Switch 2 reveal.
think
You
it
know, people like listening to the conversation on people's thoughts on Switch 2 stuff right now.
And I thank everybody for watching this, and I thank you wherever you found us, all the new members and all the new subs and all the new watchers and all the new lurkers, because I do know there's a lot of lurkers out there. Thank you guys for watching. We greatly appreciate it. And is there anything you guys want to say or want to promote before we call it a night?
Sorry I haven't been around. I'm trying, guys. So
Don't worry, we all love you. It's okay.
yeah, so working on it. But I appreciate everybody.
D-Man?
I
like,
don't think
screw
I
you
really
all.
have anything.
I
I
wanna
know.
go
I'm glad Nick's back though. It's been like a
Yes,
month, man. I haven't seen you in
yeah.
forever.
I know.
It's been well. You haven't been talking to him. I talked to him. No,
A little
Every
bit,
week.
but not a whole lot. You know, so.
It's all good.
yeah, he's actually been a little busier than normal. But I hope everything will be just on the up and up for your channel and everything.
Thank you.
And we'll see you every week here on RedE2Start podcast. And you all out in what is it? TV land? No, it's
TV
YouTube
land.
Phone land.
Now, I'm still debating on
phone land.
land. Now, I'm actually debating on getting X Premium and start putting this back on X because, hey, we might get a lot more eyes by doing that. So let me guys know. You guys let me know in the chat now or in the comment section after you watch this. Should I post this on X? I really do enjoy using X these days, so I'm going to think about that. So with that being said, thank you all. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Make sure you follow each of them, subscribe to their channels, all of our social media and all that other good stuff. God bless you all. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.